Hi everyone, this is Mike Kindershot, KJ4FEQ. I am going to create a video to show you how to use the DStar DVDongle. Make sure that you play this in full screen, and the option to do the resolution, make it the highest level, and it'll look pretty sharp. If you leave it in a little window, it's not going to look very good. So on the screen there's a picture of a DVDongle. Basically you just plug it into any USB port. So if you look at my device manager, all I did is in Windows 7 navigate to device manager right here. You see I have 4 COM ports. So what I'm doing is I'm taking my DVDongle right now and plugging it in. And once it detects it, it'll come up and it'll say USB serial port COM10. So that means I know it was added. Second thing I'm going to do is go into my recording options for my recording devices. And what you'll see here is under the sound, you'll see that under the recording tab, the front mic is connected. So if I right click on it and do properties and go into my levels, my levels tab, this is very important, and every mic and every computer is different in that when you're using the computer audio, whether it's Echolink or doing videos or DStar because it's converting your computer audio back to RF, through that's what the dongle does for you. Make sure you set these values right, and what you do is you set them where you think you want them. Then you go to sound recorder, and you would hit record, talk into it, and hit play, and make sure it's loud enough. And then once you think you have it right, connect to Echolink or DStar and say, hey, how do I sound? And they'll tell you you're low or you're high, and you can adjust it. So mine's set right now for one of our DStar repeaters. I went online and said, hey, how do I sound? And they said, hey, you're a little bit low. So I brought up my mic boost a little bit. Normally mic boost fixes it, so I crank it up about here usually. And this is the actual volume that is going to receive when you're talking. So put that in the middle and bump it forward. So that's how you get your audio right. So if I was going to check my audio, I would go into Windows 7 accessories, into sound recorder, and I'm gonna launch it. And just testing 1 2 3. Hey, this is Mike. I'm doing a test for a YouTube video. Now stop it. And I'll just save it on my desktop and say test audio. And now let me close this out and we'll just play it back. There, I just played the audio back and it sounds good. So that is the single most important thing when we're working with digital audio. Make sure your audio is crisp and clear. So next thing we need to do is show you where to find the software. The actual software that we use to drive the DStar dongle is called the DV tool. And what happens is, this is where the actual beta code is. You want to pull the betas because that's where they're making all the fixes. So if you go to http://opendstar.org/tool. So if you go here and you scroll down, you'll see DV Tool 2.0 Beta 4. That's the latest beta, I believe, out there. So DV Tool Beta 4 is latest beta. You take this executable, you make a subdirectory in your hard drive, and you just dump it in there, basically, and then you run it. And so that's all there is to installing the DV Beta tool. The other component is actually the program we call DRATS. DRATS is the piece that gives us the ability to do texting and chatting, and it allows us to do file transfers. So the path is here. It's www.d-rats.com/download/beta. And if you look down toward the bottom here, you'll see DRATS 03.3 Beta 5 installer. That's the latest one out as of October 26th. And the third option to find the links is go to clay.ars.org, and under my DStar training and training links, you'll see DRAT software, DRAT's beta download, and DV tool dongle. These two links right here, the DRAT's beta download and the DV tool download, are the main two links to get the software. And when you install the DRAT software, you just download it, run setup, and it automatically installs it for you. So let's go ahead and launch the software. First thing I want to do is launch the software called DV Tools. So what you can see is it opens up two windows. So what I do is I drag this up to the top. So I'll position these nice and neat. Minimize these for now. So what happens is you can see that I've entered my call sign KJ4FEQ and a message. This is just saying, hey, this is Mike and this is where I live. Right here. Right here, device, DV device COM10. Do you remember when we actually started up, I said look for your COM port it connected to? That's your COM port. The other thing is audio input. I happen to know that my microphone's on the front speaker right now, so I'm going to do front mic. So now I want to do a quick audio check. So this is going to test to make sure my sound card's working. I haven't connected to anything yet. I'm just launching the tool and I'm just making sure my audio is working. This is Mike, KJ4 FEQ. So now what I'm going to do is connect to the dongle. So with the COM10 connected, you press open. And what happens is now you see how this lit up? That means we're connected with the dongle itself. So now what we're going to do is see if the dongle how the dongle hears my voice. Hey, this is Mike, KJ4FEQ. I'm happy with my audio. I think it sounds good. So the connection tab is the tab that it says, hey, I want to connect to a reflector, or a DStar repeater. So if you look, you see KJ4RYF. That's our local one, our local DStar repeater. If you go down, and I'm moving it quickly. I'm trying to find them. The ref. These are all the reflectors. So you can go in here and click on any of these you want. But for now, I'm going to stay on KJ4RYF, and I'm going to click Connect to Gateway. I don't know if you've been watching, but in this top DV tool, when I do something, the status changes here. So you can see DStar Gateway, message received, welcome to the KJ4RYF DStar repeater. This says I'm connected into the repeater right now. The info tab is the next one over. If you say get gateway information, you'll see that there's one DV dongle connected, that's me, and the last heard people on this DStar repeater is here. Most importantly, this is if you ever are working in your dongle software and you say, hey, I wonder if they've linked this to another reflector or to another repeater. When you go into the info screen, you can click on, you can just look over here, you see module C is linked to REF034C. And all the modules are the different frequencies, like module A is 1.2 gig, B is 70 centimeter, and C would be our 2 meter local frequency. And if you want to update, click on Get Gateway Info, and it updates. As you can see, when I click the button, it changes up here. The History tab, no one's talking to us, so there's nothing in there. Let's see if I can make a contact. In the bottom here, the PTT is green. That means I can transmit. When someone is out here talking, it'll be red. So on DStar, you can't talk simultaneously like you can on regular analog, so you have to wait till it's green. So let's do a test. This is KJ4FEQ doing a YouTube video for a DV dongle configuration. Can anyone give me an audio check to make sure I'm working? So now I'm waiting for them to come back to me. And as you can see, PTT released, transmit complete, 12 seconds. So it told me what I just did. The second part of this video. Hey Leo, this is Mike. How you doing? I'm just recording this video right now, and glad you came back to me. I hear you loud and clear.
Okay, well, I heard you
Thanks for that report, Leo. I will catch up with you later. I'm going to finish up this recording, and I'll send you some links. KJ4FEQ, and I'll be clear. So let me move this over to the side. So there, we have just made a QSO on DStar via the dongle. The next thing we're going to learn is called DRATS. DRATS is the program that allows us to chat, send files, things like that. So if you look here, anything that I do, whether I'm in DRATS or I'm in talking, is going to appear here. So I can go into my chat here. And there's no one on right now, so this is probably not the best thing to show DRATS, but basically if someone was on, you see their call sign. So what I can do is I've set up some quick messages. I can click here, and what it does, it transmits. So if you looked, when I transmitted, it went out the other side, transmitting, sending data. If I was wanting to talk, I could type in the chat box. The chat box is right here where it says RAT. So what happens, I can say, hello, this is Mike, doing YouTube test, and that would actually be going out over the DStar repeater. If you had someone on a DV dongle was sitting in line with me, and he was in the station list right up here, we could have a conversation. The files button. If there was another stationing on the frequency, we could actually transfer files. I would just input his call sign, it would connect to his computer, and then I could download the files. And the event log is just some additional data if you want to do like additional troubleshooting or see what's going on. And messages, there's a message feature built into DRATS that I haven't configured yet, but we can actually send and receive email out of DRATS. So that's how the DStar dongle works. I hope everyone enjoyed the video. This is KJ4FEQ, and I'll be 73s.